And now, more captivating talk radio. The views and opinions expressed are those of the host, the guests, and the callers, and not necessarily those of Independent 1310 KXAM.
Get your game on with Perfect Game.
Let me tell you about
your social and emotional resource with Michelle Core and Amber Mead. Whether you're intent on improving the quality of your health, wealth, or love life, Perfect Game holds the key to living, loving, and learning. Life's a game. Get your Perfect Game on. And now, here's the first pitch.
Welcome back to Perfect Game, your social and emotional resource. If you're intent on improving the quality of your health, wealth, or love life, stay tuned. Life's a game. Get your game on. Today's lineup of special guests include David Berger, founder of shamanistic.com. Did I get it right, David? I've been practicing that word because I always want to say shamanistic, but it's shamanistic.com. Author of Breathe It Out Now, that's N-O-W, Nature's Own Way, an intuitive facilitator, helping you release buried feelings locked within your physical body, especially your hip bones. That's a personal story that we'll get into in just a few moments. Also, I am joined by my guest host, Jamie Brown. And Melania, are you joining us today too? Live on the mic over there. She is a healing facilitator. So everything you need to feel, look good, and be fabulous. Now, I had the privilege of meeting David was it a week ago? It feels like longer, but that's a good thing. I mean that in the best way, but it was a week ago, but my weeks have felt like months. So when someone asks me something, I'm like, yeah, one day to me is about 30, you know?
Well, I don't even think it was a week.
Well, I think it was last Saturday, so it was a week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Last Saturday night. We have an amazing friend, David Bell, who also is a guest host very often on Perfect Game, and he has a group. If you're interested in finding out more information, it was called What the Bleep Group. David's business is the Majestic Art of Living, but however,
Magnetic Art of Living.
Oh, Magnetic Art of Living. Yeah, I've got shamanistic and majestic. Everybody all mixed up today, and I heard everybody was going around the room introducing themselves, and there was just something about David when he said what he did. I was like, I have to talk to him. I didn't know why, because you hear so many like, oh yeah, you're a healer and you're this and you're that and you do this, and everybody does these different modalities. But there was just something about that struck me, because you said, this is what I do, and I help people get unstuck. And I was like, I'm stuck. And I was having terrible hip problems that day. In fact, if anyone was in Safeway on Shea and Scottsdale Road, you might have seen me, because I was doing calisthenics in the cereal aisle. I couldn't focus. My hip hurt so bad. I was standing on one foot and had my right foot behind me, holding it up by my hand. Doing.
They were just thought you were trying to get a cell signal. That's all.
Oh, maybe that was it. Can you hear me now? But anyway, I was in pain. And for me, if my chiropractor is listening, when I'm in pain, that means I'm really severely screwed up, because normally I have such a high tolerance that when I'm just plain old screwed up, I don't even feel it, because he'll say, aren't you in pain? No, I don't feel anything. So by the time I reach the pain cycle, it's bad. So David happened to come up to me before I could even approach him. And he said, may I? He's like, this is what I do. And I said, yeah, I'd love to hear more about what you do. And you kind of looked me up and down in like 3 seconds. And you gave me this mini tutorial about why I was so screwed up. You're like, well, first of all, your shoulders are out. And you can correct me, because I don't remember exactly what you said.
Basically, what I understood was you kept looking at me, and I could just understand that you wanted to talk. So between you chatting up with everybody else, I figured, oh, I'll just go over and introduce myself. So she was very open to it. So basically...
Well, not so much a part of the healing is being open.
Being
because
aware.
That allows you to be direct. I would prefer to get to the heart of everything and just know the truth. Even in dating, I like to bypass the infatuation stage.
She likes
and
to
get
bypass
right to
the whole dating part.
Right.
And just,
yeah.
I think is what it's
But that's really an admirable trait, because a lot of people want to ease into it, but they've eased so far into it that they've eased themselves out of their body.
So, well, then I'll just let you tell the story, really, because,
oh, no,
I was looking
over.
over.
It's better if you do that, because you have...
Well, again,
you're looking
I
at
can't...
it from your own perspective, and me, it's just like, with you understand what you went through as opposed to me telling you.
Well, what did you see when you met Michelle? When you met Michelle and you knew that she had things going on with her body, what is it that you saw?
I basically, I have an analogy I usually use. I have a friend back east that's one of the most amazing mechanics. Anything that's got an engine, a motor, he can fix it. This is basically, I mean, he would hear a 48 DeSoto 6 blocks away, and he'd go, "That ashtray needs to be emptied." And I go, "How do you do that?" So basically, this is
He's a Virgo.
Yes.
Jamie thinks I'm kidding, but okay.
Staying away from that one.
Yeah, but so this is basically what I do with the body, but I incorporate the physical and emotional body. All right, so I also understand where people are with their voice. I can hear specific things in their voice. I can read their eyes. Like if I look at your eyes now, I can see this, and this. Even though you're focused on what you're doing, I understand what's going on. You know, and everybody has these gifts. Everybody has one gift or another or multiples of gifts. However, so many of us are so far out of our bodies that we lose touch with these gifts. So basically, when I saw you, I understood just by the way your shoulders were standing, that I understood that, well, it's really hard to relive that because it's like a spur of the moment type thing.
I can relive it for him, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be accurate in what I say because it just whatever you said struck me so in awe because again, there's a tremendous amount of people that have incredible gifts, but not often do they seemingly activate all three together because my chiropractor could look at me and tell me my shoulders are out, my hips off. I mean, or anyone that's extremely observant may have noticed those same things. But what really struck me, and I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people want to talk to me, is that you identified the emotional immediately with the physical. Because I hadn't done anything, and granted, we do little things every day. We forget our body's a machine. You know, it's a car that you're in 24/7. And
it's a DeSoto down the block.
Yeah.
Right, my
Weed empty your ashtray.
But nothing, I hadn't done anything incredible that I usually can identify with, oh, I just did that and that's why this hurts. Mm-hmm. But what was going on emotionally was exactly on target. And you said something to the effect of, you know, your right shoulder's out and your left shoulder's down. And this is going on because you're spending so much time in the masculine because you're trying to do everything by yourself that your feminine side isn't working at all. And so that's why nothing's getting done or whatever it was. It was this extremely profound, oh my God. And so, you know, if anybody's out there and they have had either physical problems or emotional problems, anything that's been perhaps chronic stuck in your body, and maybe you've been seeking help, your own doctors or professionals or massage therapists, but somehow they're treating the symptom and they don't really understand maybe the issue or the cause that's generating that, because we know to treat the symptoms. We're not a preventative society completely yet, like other countries have been since birth, where if we're having a headache, we take, you know, something for a headache or we get a quick fix. But again, whatever and I don't know what the emotional symptom might be to headache aside from stress or whatever, because we all internalize things differently. But
Michelle, if I may, I think I can really sum it up. What David's work does is address the emotional body through the physical body, circumventing the mental body, emptying the physical body to allow the spiritual body to come in.
To come home. And
you might have to say that again for our audience. You might have to pull over and write that down. That's very profound.
What David's work actually does, he uses his intuition and his shamanic acupressure to go into your body, physical body, and address your emotional issues through that, circumventing the mental body so you can empty the vessel of all the toxins, physical and emotion, to make room for your spiritual body to come in so you can be more grounded, be connected more with your intuitive self, more with your higher self or spiritual self, however you want to look at it, have a deeper connection between your conscious and your subconscious.
Wow, that was a mouthful. I'm not even going to try and regurgitate or repeat that. But if you don't believe us, you can actually call in at 480-949-1310. That's 480-949-1310. And David can do this over the phone. You're listening to Perfect Game, and we're visiting with David Berger.